Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss on organizing or organization. Coming to the introduction, organizing is one of the basic functions of management that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. So organization is a function of a management or an organization which usually involves the development as well as the formation of organization structure and allocating the enough human resources to ensure or to achieve the goals of that organization. Now let's see the meaning of organizing. It is a function of management, as in the definition I have already explained. It is the function of management, while organization refers to a group of persons who have come together to achieve some common objectives. As organizing is a function of management, organization means the group of persons who work together to achieve some common goals. That is known as organization. And this organizing is refers to the way in which the work of a group of people in an arranged and distributed among the group members. So organizing is the way or the work of a group of people in a distributed manner or in a systematic manner. The purpose is to create a framework for the performance of the activities of an organization in a systematic manner. So the main purpose of this organizing is to create a framework among the people who are working together in an organization. So this is the meaning of organizing. Moving to the definition of organization, an identified group of people contributing their efforts towards the attainment of goals is called an organization. So organization is nothing but a group of people who are working together and giving their contribution to attain a common goal. So it is given by Max Forland. The second definition is a group of people who are cooperating under the direction of leadership for the accomplishment of a common end. So it is also the same as the first one, a group of people who are working and cooperating together under the leadership of a particular person for achieving the common goal. So that is given by R.C. Davies. There is one more definition. So organization is a formal structure of authority. It is a formal structure through which the work subdivisions, so works are arranged, defined and coordinated among the peoples to attain a common objective or a common goal of that organization. So this definition is given by Luther Gulick. Coming to the characteristics of organizing, first is organizing is a basic function of management. So it is the main function of a management to achieve the organization goals. So it helps in achieving the common goals of a management or an organization. And the main functions of an organization are planning, staffing, directing and controlling the employees in that organization to achieving the common goals. So that is the first characteristic. Organizing is a basic function of management. Second one is it is based on common objectives. So all organizations there should be a common objectives. So these objectives should be predetermined. All the objectives should be predetermined. So the operations are divided into suitable jobs, authorities and responsibilities. So all the functions or the operation in that particular organization is divided into suitable jobs, authorities and responsibilities among the employees in that organization for achieving that common objectives which is predetermined. Third point is organization create a structure of relationship. So in an organization there will be relationship among the the authority person as well as the subordinates. The organization includes both the informal and formal relationship, which is very important to achieve the goals of that organization. Next is organization is a process. So it is a process to identify and the division of work, defining the responsibilities, delegation of authority, and coordination of activities among the employees. So altogether, organization is a process which includes the division of work among the authority person and the subordinates by giving responsibilities and giving proper delegation to the sub-employees to achieve the goals of that particular organization. Moving to the importance of organization, first is specialization. So all organization is based on the division of work among the group of people based on the specialization. And the specialization is based on the qualification, training for particular job so that each employee can give the better performance. So all organization having some group of specialization or the subordinates are divided based on the specialization. So in that group, all the employees having enough qualification and training on that particular job so that they can give a better performance to attain the goal. So that is the first point. Second, role clarity. Each position should be defined clearly and give a good description about the job. All the employees during the selection process itself, the higher authority will explain the job descriptions and give a clear-cut idea about what the outcome the organization is expecting from that employee so that there will not be any kind of duplication of work in that organization. So that is role clarity. Next point is the clarity in line of authority and responsibility. As I explained previously, in each organization there may be specialized group based on their qualification and based on their work. So in each group there will be a higher person who is responsible for delegating the work, also directing the subordinates. So this kind of process will help to reduce the conflict over use of authority by different people in the organization. Next point is a better coordination and communication. Organization is an important means of bringing coordination among various departments. In an organization itself, there are many groups which can be also called as specialized groups or can be departments. Among the departments, there may be a good communication and coordination between the employees. Then only the organization will get a proper or a good outcome. Next point is the growth, expansion and adaptability to new technology. A sound organization helps in facilitating the growth and expansion of employees. It encourages the innovative thinking by the employees and makes them to work to achieve the goals. So in a good organization, there will be intervals of educational programs for the employees so that there will be a good expansion of knowledge among them and achieve the better goals of that organization. Next, better utilization of human resources. Organization ensures that every and each employee in that organization is placed on the job for which she is best suited and utilized in a better way as per its capability. In each organization, before selecting an employee, there will be a good interview session, and each interview session the employer need to go through different stages. In each stages, the employer is checking whether this particular person is suitable for their organization. So it's better or it is very necessary to know about the employee's efficiency and employee's capability for that particular job. Last point is the FFT management. So organization is a good tool in a management for its effective performance, or it provides a framework for the performance of all the activities undergoing in that management, and it helps the administrators to develop jobs, and create the structure and effective utilization of various resources in that management to produce the desired services. So this organization will help to create a structure in that management and helps to utilize all the human resources to produce the desired service or desired goal in that management. Now let's see the principles of organization. The principles of organization are not given in a serial order by any authority in management, but the management thinkers like Henry Fayol and Taylor have laid down some principles for the functions of management, and same statements are treated as the principles of organization also. So in the coming slides, I am going to explain about the principles of organization. The first principle is unity of objectives. As we have explained in the previous slide, all organizations must lay down clearly defined objectives in order of preference. So all the organization, there should be some objectives that is predetermined. This gives clear direction to the whole organization and it will be geared for the achievement of such objectives. So these objectives give a clear direction for the employees about the goal that they should achieve at the end. The objectives must be divided into departmental and organizational objectives. Second principle is the hierarchy or scalar or chain of command. So this is a rule or a control of higher over the lower. So it is a kind of chain of command which starts from the higher authority to the lower level of employees. It also means a graded organization of several successive steps in which each of the lower level is immediately subordinate to the next higher one, so on right up to the top. So this consists of different steps in which the top comes the higher and the chief executive, and there is a step of or a scale of command which starts from the executive level to the lower level of employees. Hence, the authority, command and control descend from the top to bottom. So, this command of change starts from the higher authority to the lower or the top to the bottom. This principle also suggests that the line of authority from the chief executive to the first line of superior should be clearly defined. So all the commands which is given from the higher to the lower level should be clearly defined. The line of authority should be properly defined so as to avoid any kind of confusion. So the lower employee should be able to know about who is the higher person so that there will not be any kind of confusion among the employees. Third principle is span of control. It refers to the number of subordinates a manager can effectively manage. So it means the number of people a manager can manage during the work time. There is no agreement that how many persons can be supervised at a time. So there is no agreement about the number of subordinates in a group, but it depends upon the ability of the manager. The span of control as far as possible should be properly balanced, narrow, small, fair and manageable. But the only thing we need to see is that always the group should be small, narrow and fair so that the manager can effectively manage the group of people. This means a manager should not be asked to keep supervision on a large number of subordinates. Next is authority and responsibility. Authority acts as a powerful tool by which the manager to achieve a desired outcome. As I told in a group, there is a manager. This manager has the authority to direct the subordinates. It should be clearly defined so that they can discharge the responsibility assigned adequately. The authority should be clearly defined so that they can delegate the responsibility or assign the responsibilities adequately to the subordinates, but the main thing is the superior should be responsible for all the acts of the subordinates in his or her group. The fifth principle is delegation of authority. It means conferring a specified authority by a higher authority. So delegation means we are giving our responsibility to our subordinates to achieve the goals. There are various forms of delegation such as full or partial, conditional or unconditional, formal or informal, direct or indirect. There should be proper delegation of authority in every organization. Always while we are delegating the responsibilities to the subordinates, you need to follow a proper channel. A successful manager normally does not perform the jobs by himself or herself. If you are seeing a successful manager, he will not do whole job by himself or herself. He will be able to delegate the responsibilities to the subordinates in his group, and he will be able to achieve the goal of the organization with the help of subordinates. The sixth principle of organization is integration versus disintegration. Integration means the unification of works, but the disintegration means the diversification of works among the employees. These functions should be coordinated only when it is necessary, but usually these functions are kept separate among the employees. Next principle is centralization and decentralization. Centralization means the concentration of authority and decision making in one single position in the organization. It means in an organization only the higher authority or the chief executive are supposed to take the decision. That means centralization. Decentralization means there will be subordinates in the organization. These subordinates also take part in the decision making process. That is known as decentralization. The eighth point is unity of command. This principle suggests that an employee must get orders from one superior only. So always the subordinate should get the orders from a single superior. Otherwise there is more chances of getting confusion, disorder, uneasiness and indiscipline among the subordinates. Next is coordination, which is very important in the management. There should be proper coordination among the department and the efforts of people working in an organization achieve unity and harmony in operation. Always in a management or in an organization, there should be good coordination among the people who are working together, and there should be appreciation of the work that is done by the employees. Then only there will be developing unity and harmony in that particular organization. It brings integration in the basic function of management, and it facilitates the achievement of overall objectives in that organization. If there is good coordination and good direction of work among the peoples in the organization, that institution can achieve its objectives very easily. The 10th principle is division of work and specialization. The total work of an organization should be fully divided among departments, sectors, groups, and even individuals in such a manner that the flow of services can be achieved. As we discussed in the previous slides, an organization is divided into different departments or sectors, and the works are divided among the departments so that the organization can achieve its objectives very easily. This will raise the overall efficiency and quality of work of an organization. So by division of work, the organization or the management can get a good efficient work from the employees, and the quality of work can be also be improved. Moving to the 11th principle, the principle of flexibility. This principle suggests that the organization should have sufficient flexibility in the working. When you are considering the organization, always the employees like to work in an organization with good flexible environment. The organization structure should be flexible and not rigid to adapt the changing situation. Always the employer should see the condition of employee and he should not be so rigid towards the employees. There should be an inbuilt arrangement to facilitate the growth and expansion of an organization. Even in the organization itself, the employer can arrange the on, ongoing education so that the employees have a growth in their knowledge as well as a growth in their practical field. Next is the principle of simplicity. The organization structure should be simple for clear understanding of employees and to manage. All the organizations have a structure, so always the structure should be simple and clear for the employees to understand and manage. There should be clearly defined levels of management. So in the organization structure itself, all the management levels should be clearly defined and internal communication will be easy due to the simplicity of organization. When the structure is easy and clear, then the internal communication among the employees will be very easy. Next is the principle of balance and of community. The management must be made to enable the employees to get experience in a particular field for sufficiently long time. As I told, in an organization, there are different departments, and each department, the manager should keep the employee in a particular department for sufficiently long time so that he or should have sufficient knowledge gained from that field. The proper balance is necessary in the size and functions of department. As I told previously, each group size should be in average so the manager can coordinate all the activities undergoing in that group or department. It is important to the top management to see that the vertical and horizontal dimensions of the organization are fairly balanced. As the group size is balanced, same that the vertical as well as the horizontal group balance should be maintained. Coming to the last principle, principle of leadership and efficiency, the organizational structure should be so devised that there should be enough opportunity for the management to effectively lead the subordinates in the organization. So when seeing an organization, the manager or the management should get enough opportunity to effectively lead or direct the subordinates in that organization. The organization structure should enable the enterprise to function effectively, as well as the structure should be clear and flexible so that the employee can work very freely in that environment. It should be suitable to nature, size, activities of the organization to ensure full and purposeful utilization of available human, material resources and ensure efficiency. Always the size and nature of the organization or the structure of organization should be suitable to the activities of organization in achieving the maximum or achieving the goals very effectively in a given period of time. Thank you for listening.